Usha ji, there's been nothing simple in your life. Everything, and I think there's a sentence there कि हर क्षण भर के खुशी के लिए आपको बहुत आंसू बहाने पड़े हुए. So nothing has been simple. You've had a turbulent personal life. You've had physical ailments. You've had to struggle against people calling your voice a Dara Singh voice. You know, all sorts of things, all sorts of discrimination. I can't even begin to. I can't even begin to think what it was like in 1968 to be wearing a sari and standing in the middle of 9 gems and singing in Chennai. But to have that courage and then to recall that young woman who had that courage, how painful or how difficult was it to look back at your life and then think, my God, have you finally said that you are actually a great woman? Have you finally acknowledged it? Or are you still, just that little Usha Uthup who was singing away in chinkas and 9 gems? Tell me a little about that.
I will do. নমস্কার নমস্কারম সত শ্রী কাল সালাম আলাইকুম সবাইকে আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাই তো आप सोचें कि நான் வந்து നന്ന பேசுகிறேன் ബംഗാളിലെയോ തമിഴിലെയോ പിന്നെ ഞാനൊരു മലയാളിയാണോ അല്ലേ സോ യു സി ആക്ച്വലി ഇറ്റ്സ് മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ഫോർ എവറിബഡി ടു നോ ഹൗ ഗ്രേറ്റ്ഫുൾ ഐ ആം first of all to be born in India and born a Bharatvasi. मैं हूँ Madrasi, born and brought up in Bombay, married into Kerala, now living in Kolkata. And it's just fantastic because all of you say, I mean, most artists and most people talk about their struggles and how difficult it was. But frankly, when I look back, I feel that my life has been wonderful, really. And you would never have found me talking about, my struggles and how I've done this and so much of trouble and so much in my professional life. But I've never talked about it, never. Because I've always believed that if you want to look for a bad time anywhere, you can find it so many times. I've had my highs, my lows, my ups, my downs. Lekin jab you rewind and you look at it, I find that really God has been really very kind to me. Very, very kind to me. So I started off on the interview with Vikas ji by saying that I don't make sensational copy. I don't have a struggle story to give. Almost all the stories that I have will always have a silver lining to it. And that's how I've been, and that's how I am today as well. I must say that this book has been such an experience for me, and the interviews have been so different and difficult because मैं हिंदी तो बोल लेती हूँ and इसके लिए तो मैं बहुत बहुत खुश हूँ आज के हमारे सामने बैठे हैं हमारे जो असद भाई साहब जिनके साथ मैं पली हुई हूँ उनके बहनों के साथ ये सारे फैमिली पठान साहब जो हमारे पड़ोस में थे और हमारे सारे फैमिली उनके साथ जुड़ी हुई थी लेकिन हमारे जो बहनें हैं या भाई हैं इतने अच्छे कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते हैं या हिंदी गाने गा नहीं सकते क्योंकि मैं हर वक्त उनके साथ में थी पठान फैमिली के साथ में और जब मैं बचपन में आई यूज्ड टू पुट ऑन अ दुपट्टा एंड बिहेव लाइक जमीला एंड सिंग ओह ट्राई टू बी वेरी फिल्मी एंड आई लव्ड इट और उनकी यानी उर्दू हिंदी सब सीखी हूँ मैं उन्हीं से तो आई वॉन्ट टू से थैंक यू टू द पठान फैमिली फॉर बीइंग सच एन अमेजिंग इंस्पिरेशन इन माई लाइफ मैं जो भी हूँ आज दिस इज़ असद भाई साहब एंड इज ब्यूटिफुल वाइट शोभा उन्हीं के साथ पली हुई हूँ और जब मैं कहती हूँ ना मैं मद्रासी हूँ कंप्लीट वेजिटेरियन व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू गो टू देयर हाउस एंड कम बैक माय ब्रदर्स ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू से हाँ यू वेंट ओवर देयर एंड हैड मटन एंड एवरीथिंग एंड यू कम हियर एंड यू से यू वांट टू हैव रसम गो देयर सो मैं ऐसी यानी माहौल में पली हुई हूँ एंड आई फील सो प्राउड टू से दैट इन माई टाइम रियली there was no struggle with religion, with language, with nothing really. This is one, yeah, really. And it was just an amazing way of growing up. So I had a wonderful childhood. There were troubles.
In Baikula Lane.
Yes, in Baikala, in Love Lane. I had a wonderful childhood. I had a great time and in school. And as I say, being an Indian, you're already born with an advantage of 17 Indian languages. So I've always believed that Convent of Jesus and Mary, my teaching was, of course, in English, and second language was Hindi, third language was Marathi, fourth language was French, and at home, number one, the Tamil pesho. So already there were 5 languages, you see. So there was, anybody would talk about it as a huge, big struggle. You know, how did I break into music? And everything for me was a mistake, actually. Yeah, I think even my appa amma said first they had Indru, and that was planned, and then they had Uma because they wanted a companion for her. Then they had Shamu, my brother, and they said they wanted a son, and they wanted a companion for the son, and that was Babu. And then I came in, and they said, "Oh, this is the mistake number 5." But what a wonderful way to say it! Yeah, I've had a great life because after me came my younger sister Maya. And I'm so proud to say that part of my family is here. Maya Sana. And all my friends who have guided me. And I'm so thrilled today to say that I saw Dilip Cherian coming in. And like all the time when this book was being written and when I once told him that this is being released on such and such day, and when I told him it's in Hindi, you know, his first reaction was to say, "Ooh, that's big. It's really big." So I'm so grateful to Vikas ji for, you know, being at it, and it's not a struggle really. It's been a wonderful time that he could have waited so many years to write something about me. And usually लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं कि pop singer यानी इवन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में पहले पहले कहते थे कि अरे ये तो साली अंग्रेजी गाना गाती है, ये क्या गाएगी हिंदी में. लेकिन जितने भी गाने गाए मैं सारे गाने हिट हुए only because of all of you, yeah, and all the आशीर्वादम and blessings that I got. और मैं उनसे यानी हमारी फैमिली, पठान फैमिली, माई एक्सटेंशन रियली, उनसे मैंने सीख ली कैसे शीन बोलना, कैसे काफ बोलना, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आई लर्न फ्रॉम them, and which is why I get by. So it was never a struggle for me. Language was never a struggle. My personal life, certainly there have been moments like in everybody's life, ups and downs. But then, hey, whose life is without any problem? I can't think of that.
But to talk about it, because that's rare.
Yes, because I've never talked about it.
Yeah.
It was rare, I think, because he won over my confidence
Yes.
and said he would not sensationalize it. Because I've never talked about really the sad things that happened
Yeah.
in my life. Say, for example, the paralysis or having a name like Iyer. Because most people thought that, because I've never spoken about it, it's been my, we're Iyers by caste anyway. So I would pass it off like that. And it was nice. Because one doesn't want to hear the bad things. Not bad. It wasn't bad. One doesn't want to hear negative things. Even the issue about Dam Marudam with Asha Bhosle, I've never sensationalized it, really. Sach baat to ye hai ki I was supposed to sing Dam Marudam with Lata Mangeshkar as a duet. And it didn't happen. My song got taken away. But it's okay. Asha Bhosle sang it beautifully, marvelously. But even now, Gaane Gaane pe likha hai gaane wale ka naam.
Bilkul.
And so people still think that it is my song because it is my song, really. So really, it didn't make a difference to me. And I never talked about it negatively. Never.
But even your first marriage was difficult, but one never knew.
One
And
never
you're
knew
such a
because
public person, we thought.
Yes, one never knew because I never sensationalized
Right.
it. I mean, I just took it as something that happened. It was a bad thing, it was a mistake, or whatever it is, and just let it go. Because my parents instilled such fantastic values in us, middle class values, if you may call it, but sterling values. I mean, one doesn't talk about things which may hurt other people, which could hurt. And it never made a difference in my life, really. I don't regret anything because I learned a lot from that experience. And today, when I think about it, I think it's amazing that you would say that nobody knows about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, isn't it lovely?
absolutely.
Yeah, because actually nobody cares.
No, I think I don't think that's true. I think there's tremendous appetite for what is called celebrity news.
I
But
know, but I stayed away from
yeah,
that, really. I stayed away from that because I never wanted to make it really something sensational. As I said, I don't make sensational copy. Where I think it's important not to make sensational remarks, but it's nice to be able to give inspiration
yeah,
and to be able to inspire youngsters to know what your path really is, or what your calling is, or what your following is. And if you have a dream, follow it really big.
absolutely. I think we should have some applause for that at least. एंड विकास जी, आपका एक चैप्टर का नाम है अपनी आवाज सुनो, एंड वो इनफैक्ट उषा जी का एडवाइस है जब यंग सिंगर्स उनसे पूछते हैं कि आप मतलब कैसे आपको हाउ शुड यू मेक योर
Gee,
लाइफ. हाँ,
I've always said,
Yeah.
be honest, you know,
Yeah.
follow your dream. And
Right.
why are you going away? Hello.
you're
You
not
can't
allowed to go.
Give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to sit down.
That's
Don't go away.
vintage Usha.
Manslai. Manslai, Malayali, le? Malayali, ano? No, okay. Bengali, ano? এটা কি বলো, সবাই বলে দিদি দিদি, আর এখন আপনি চলে যাবেন, আমি খুব খুব খারাপ, খুব খারাপ. Thank you for sitting.
Which reminds me, again, everyone talks about Didi, but she's the original Didi.
I'm the
of
original
Bengal.
Didi, remember.
The global Didi.
Yes, I'm the original Didi.
उषा जी कहती हैं कि आम तौर से आप सुनते होंगे कि दादागिरी लोग करते हैं, मैं दीदीगिरी करती हूँ.
So you see, for me, it's always been a fantastic experience to know that when kids, you find so many people who try to sing like other people. There are Mohammed Rafi Kontigan, as they say in Bengal, okay, who copy Mohammed Rafi and do a fantastic job. Kishore Kumar, Mukesh, Mannada, sabke gaane gaate. I mean, they all copy, and many of them copy my style of singing as well. And they all sing. लेकिन अजीब बात, अगर आप लोग देखे होंगे, कोई भी हमारे जैसे ड्रेस नहीं करते हैं. हमारे आइटम गाने जब गाते हैं, छोटे छोटे कपड़े पहन के, और मुझे देखिए 6 मीटर के कपड़े पहन के सारे ढक के आती हूँ, फिर भी पैसे बहुत कम मिलते हैं हमको. और जितने कम पहनो उतना ही ज्यादा पैसे मिले. इसके लिए ताली हो जाए. So my one advice to all the youngsters is hang in over there. If you really believe in yourself and you believe that your music is going to be good and people will love you, you have to follow that dream and be honest. No matter what it is, be honest on stage and don't be artificial, because false glamour and glamour you put on will, I'm not saying people shouldn't, you know, it's okay, you can live and let live. But if you are if you believe in yourself and be honest, chances are that you might, you know, be able to complete 50 years on stage. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And at this juncture, I'd like to say thank you to another very dear friend of mine, Sudha Raghunathan, who has helped me and guided me in many a way in trying to figure out what I should really do with the song. And I got a chance to sing APJ, his prayer song, you know. And who would ever imagine that a pop singer would be able to get a chance to sing the President's Prayer song? So many things are very, very different in my life. सब लोग सोचते हैं कि पॉप सिंगर के गाने हमेशा, first of all, is in English, so the book should be in English. So how proud I am to say that the first thing that has been written about me like this should be in Hindi and should be written by Shri Vikas and published by one of the biggest, by the way, I'm saying this not because Rajkamal has paid me, but by one of the biggest publishing houses, Rajkamal. Thank you so much.
I hope they paid you well, Usha ji, because for your first gig, you got what, a Kanjivaram sari?
Yes.
That's all.
That's all I got. And in those days, a Kanjivaram sari was only 126 rupees. So, but I was happy. As I've always said, my appa said, ask yourself only 3 questions when you come to a crisis. Where are you? Who are you? Where did you come from? And where are you going? So if you say that I got 750 rupees for singing my first gig, it was not for one night, it was for the whole month whole month, 750. So if I get 7 lakhs today, wow. Great.
Not
Give me a
bad.
hand, yeah. But you find even the youngsters and people like Arijit
But
Singh and all
कावेरी
getting
जी
2
ऐसा
crores
है,
and 50. Yeah.
उषा जी पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार के एक मिनिस्टर से इन्होंने एक कोर्ट में भी गई थी उनके खिलाफ में, क्योंकि इनके गाने को बहुत दिनों तक वहाँ के बहुत सारे सरकारी हॉल्स में गाए जाने पे बैन लगा दिया गया था. बड़ा दिलचस्प किस्सा है.
बताइए प्लीज. इंटरेस्टिंग.
Yes, maybe they don't know about it,
हाँ.
but even I'm sure even some of my family doesn't know about it. That Jatin Chakravarti, the then PWD minister, I mean, bless him, he's no more. He one day decided that I am an decadent influence on the culture of West Bengal, and he said I was not allowed to sing. Yeah, that was really sad. तो मैंने कहा उनसे, आप कौन होते हैं, आप रखवाले हैं क्या बंगाली कल्चर के बारे में? So he was quite surprised that I went and asked him the question. And I said, you can't ban me like this. He said, देखते हैं हम. Said, जा करते হবে তুমি করো, কোর্টে নিয়ে যাও. So I said, okay, I'll take you to court. And I asked my appa, I rang him up and I said, what do you think I should do? And he said, yes, take him to court. And we filed a writ petition. And of course, I won the case. It was against fundamental rights. Yeah, that I had the fundamental right to express myself. And it was Justice Barua. We have 2 Baruas over here as well today, but part of my family. So Justice Barua is the one who, said that, made the judgment. And I won the case. And I took him to court. And of course, after that, at the time, Jyoti Babu, everybody, the whole government was with me. Nobody was against me. And the press was completely with me. And most importantly, my audiences. Yeah. And my family, my immediate family, my husband and my 2 children, they all supported me. If you don't have a good family structure, infrastructure to support you, nothing works, So it was really, so I would like to find out from you, Kaveree, if your next question would be, so how did your husband help you?
No. My next question actually was going to be, I'll ask that later.
Please ask me now.
Okay. How did your husband help you?
By not helping. By not helping. Yeah, actually, he allowed me to grow. If without a man standing by you, yeah. He must allow you to grow. He never clipped my wings and never said, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't go there. So he allowed me to grow into who I wanted to be and never stopped me from singing. Because, so this is my life. So I guess if I have to be Ullaski now, a lot would be because he allowed me to be that. So when people say that behind every successful man there is a woman, I would also say that behind every successful woman is a man. But in my case, and in many other people's cases, and most women, behind every successful woman is a woman herself. Yay, do I get a clap for that? I don't find my daughter over here. My daughter and son are both over here for this amazing evening, and I feel so proud that, yes, oh, there you are. I didn't know you're that side. That's my daughter, Anjali.
Wow.
Anjali.
And she is an absolute rock. She has seen us through a lot of problems that we've had in our personal lives, with my son going through a kidney transplant and it getting rejected. But everybody has problems, you see, and God gives you the strength from somewhere or the other. And when I look at Anjali and see how strong she is, then I say, hey, I have to be like that. Yes. So it's difficult for me to control my tears when, like yesterday, when Mr. Maheshwari came and gave me the book, मैं बस रो पड़ी क्योंकि I could never imagine कि आप हमारे बारे में लिखेंगे ऐसे. Really, I'm so grateful क्योंकि जितने भी आर्टिस्ट के बायोग्राफीज होते हैं उसमें इतने सारे बड़े बड़े रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं ना. कितने गाने गाए आप? 30,000, 40,000. हमारे खींच 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 के शायद 1,000 होंगे. Tare. But that's not bad.
God.
1000, that's quite good actually. Do I clap or go for that?
Please.
Considering everybody thinks I'm, a Western pop music singer, yeah. So they've got these preconceived ideas.